Hare Krishna, and welcome to the Elemental Reset with Healing Grace. And this is Rasika Preeti. And in this video, we are talking a little about why water is connected to emotions. So, the last bonus video I sent towards the end of the week, and this time I decided let me just make that connection before so that you can do the activities more mindfully. Yeah, so we are trying to simplify how water is connected to emotions, like the whys, then little bit of mechanics about it. So, as we enter into this week of water, water is something very deeply human and deeply ancient. In fact, I was watching a documentary once, and there were people whose house were filled with water, okay, and they would be still cheerful. Yeah, the river would fill, even in Vrindavan, like you see Yamuna ji just visiting everybody, sometimes in their homes. And in Mayapur, we see Ganga Devi coming in the temple, like the water is all filled up in the temple itself. So these people, they were not the slightest worried about water coming, and they respected it so much. They said that water is the one thing that connects everybody on this planet. And I was wondering how. And then she went on to explain that this is the water. This water flows into the sea. Okay, now this water only gets evaporated and comes down as rain. So maybe the water that evaporated from one ocean can fall in another place, and that's how slowly we connect with each other. Who knows where the cloud has traveled? Yeah. So, just like we explored how air relates to the mind, today we are exploring how water relates to the emotional self. And again, I want to begin not just with scripture, but first with experience. Okay. So, have you noticed that when emotions arise, the body responds with water? Tears flow, throat tightens, chest feels heavy, body feels flooded. Yeah. When emotions are held for too long, we feel stuck, we feel heavy, we feel numb. And when emotions release, there's a relief, there's a lightness, there's a softness, much like, like a bag of water, which, when flows out. So this alone tells us something important, that water and emotions are so similar in their behavior. Yeah. Now, water flows, emotion flows. Water adapts to containers, emotion adapts to situations. Water absorbs the heat, emotions absorbs experience. Water holds memory, emotion holds memory. Yeah. So the sages didn't randomly assign water to emotion. They observed life, of course. And even in the Bhagavad Gita, the same shloka, which we listed in the previous video, and Krishna lists water as one of the fundamental energies of nature. Yeah. Water is the element of nourishment, of connection, of cohesion. In fact, even he says, "Na, I am the taste of water." Yeah. Emotion literally comes from connection. Love, grief, longing, attachment all rise when there is a bonding. You don't feel love, grief, longing, attachment for where there is no connection. Yeah. And this is water's domain. So Ayurveda is making it even more practical because it associates water with kapha. Yeah. Now kapha, it governs the emotional security, attachment, compassion, memory. And when kapha is balanced, you feel safe emotionally. It's a very loving energy. Love is steady and heart is full. But when kapha is disturbed, there's emotional heaviness, there's depression, there's clinging, there's resistance to change. Yeah. So Ayurveda does not pathologize emotions. Yeah. So it understands them as fluid states. Yeah. Now, why cleansing works with water? Bathing feels soothing, crying can heal, being near rivers calm us, and rain feels refreshing. Vrindavan rain can feel like grace. And water cleanses not only the body, but the emotional field. So that's why during this week, emotions may rise, memories may surface, tears may come, and nothing is wrong with that. The water is doing its work. That's all. Even in bhakti, the heart is meant to soften and melt. Yeah, hard heart, frozen water, soft heart, flowing water. Tears in devotion are not weakness, they're purification. And the scriptures often describes devotion as melting the heart, flowing love, waves of feeling. So always water language. Notice the language here. Now, just like stagnant water becomes unhealthy, stagnant emotions also cause suffering. But rushing water can also cause floods. Yeah. So this week is about allowing your emotions to flow, not suppressing it, not dramatizing it, gently witnessing. So it's not like, I'm not going to cry, I'm not going to cry, I'm not going to cry. And it's also not like, look at me, I'm crying so much. No. Whatever is coming, if it's a silent tear, if it's a sob, if it is a loud cry, whatever is coming, just witness. Yeah, I just cried loudly. I just sobbed. I just shed a tear. Let water move at its own pace. Don't try to control your emotion. Don't try to suppress your emotion. Yeah. See, I get it. One may ask, like, so what to do when I get too much angry, and should I just release it? No, channel it. You getting angry, this always starts in tapping. So you tap on the under the collarbone and start stamping your feet really loudly and shout on the top of your voice, like, go, and just shout it out. That's one way. And if somebody asks you kya ho gaya, just say. That's how you channel your anger. Or you scribble on a piece of paper, just do something, pick a pillow or something, and just press it really hard and just release your anger. Throw your pillow, like, forcefully you can keep throwing your pillow down. I don't have handy pillow, otherwise I'd have shown you. So remember this, just like air governs our thought, water governs feeling. When we respect the elements, they stop working against us and begin working for us. Now, when I say this, I also want to just point out, we pollute the air so much, we pollute the water so much, we waste water so much. Like people who have water, like, can keep the tap running, or we use more water than necessary. We are not worried about using chemical products which can harm the water. Now, these are the things you need to be really conscious about. It's not just about using water for my own good, it's also about thinking and really understanding that if you don't, at your end, forget about what factories are doing, forget about what the world is doing. At your end, what are you doing to protect air, to protect your water? So this is something you can reflect on in this week also. So let emotions also flow like water, let your consciousness also flow towards more conscious living, and let this week allow cleansing, nourishing, and renewing. Hare Krishna.